Hey guys, so we're back. For the next few days, you're going to be doing a slide project. You're going to be doing a Google presentation project. The whole project is going to be 3 slides. You're going to have 3 days to work on it. I'm going to tell you what the project is. I'm going to give you an example of mine, or I'm going to show you my example. I'll talk through my example. Don't copy that example. I'll be watching closely. And then I'm going to read through the little part of the article that I want you guys to read. So this video might be a little bit longer, but make sure you watch the whole video. Okay, I'm going to start by introducing the project. The project that you're going to be asked to do is to create a Google Slides, a 3-slide presentation on global warming. More importantly, you're going to have to limit your carbon footprint. Your carbon footprint is the amount of carbon you release yearly. How much carbon you release into the atmosphere. As you already know, carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases. It's the leading greenhouse gas in global warming. You understand the issue with global warming. Now you're going to learn how you can limit or prevent global warming, or how you can take your actions and do your part to limit global warming. By limiting your carbon footprint, you can help limit global warming. Okay, so your job is to create a 3-slide presentation telling the world how you are going to limit your carbon footprint and why. Your requirements for this project are 3 slides in total, so you need 3 slides. 1 slide is the title. You need 2 pictures. 1 slide explaining 3 ways you're going to limit your carbon footprint from the article that I'm about to show you, and 1 slide explaining why you want to limit your carbon footprint. The due date is going to be Tuesday, May 5th by 11:59 on Google Classroom. You'll have 3 days. The schedule that I believe you should follow is today, Friday, you're going to watch this video and reread the part of the article. On Monday, you should do slides 1 and 2 of your presentation. Do the title slide and the how to limit your carbon footprint slide. Then on Tuesday, do slide 3 and look over the final product. Then submit it that day by 11:59 p.m. If you follow this project, you will not be overwhelmed. If you want to do more Friday and do less Monday or Tuesday, that's fine too. But don't leave it all for one day. You'll feel overwhelmed. Lastly, what I'm going to be grading you on, this is your project checklist. I'm going to be grading your title. Does your title clearly explain what you're talking about? Is there a picture? Is it neat? 2 points, 1 point, 0 points. Slide 2. Do you have 3 ways you can limit your carbon footprint and why that's important? 5 for perfect, 2.5 for it's there but not perfect, 0 for not there. Slide 3 is your reasoning for wanting to limit your carbon footprint. Awesome, 5. Okay, 2.5. Not there, 0. And then there's a part for pictures. Are there both pictures there? It's a 5. 1 picture or 1 picture isn't helpful, 2.5. No pictures, 0. The total is out of 17 points. That's how you're being graded. If you do all of these things, you should do pretty well. Okay, now let's look at my example. So this is my example of the carbon footprint project. You notice I have a carbon footprint picture in my title. I tell you what my project is. I tell you it's by me. And this is the really important side. This is the big one. My carbon footprint. I would limit my carbon footprint by doing the following. These are the things that I'm going to do to limit my carbon footprint. 1, turning off all lights when I leave the room. So when I leave my bedroom, I shut off all the lights. This is so that I can save energy that's being used. By saving energy, I'm saving the carbon that's going to be emitted. 2, unplugging my Xbox when I'm done playing it. Not just shutting it off, but unplugging it. This way it does not use power when I don't need it to. Because when you turn it off, it's still using power. Minimal power, but still power. There's no need for it to have power if it's not on. So I'm just going to unplug it. Lastly, the stores near my house, because I live in a nice little area, I can walk to the store instead of driving there so I don't waste gas. By not wasting gas, we're not going to burn fossil fuels. I don't have to emit carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Now, my last slide is who cares? Why? Why is this important? This is what I said. Again, your answer can be different. It doesn't have to be this word for word. I don't want to see your answer word for word like my answer. I want it to be different. I want to limit my carbon footprint so I do not release as much carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. I want to limit the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere because carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that heats up the atmosphere. This is causing problems like growing sea levels and ice glaciers melting. Obviously there's more, but I didn't want to give you all the answers. And then I put a picture for my second picture showing New York City underwater. This is what I'm trying to prevent. As you know, the sea levels rise, eventually cities will be underwater. So this is just one way your project can look. So refer back to my example if you're stuck. But do not, I repeat, do not copy my project. You will get an automatic 0. Okay. Lastly, let's look at the article that I'm attaching. Notice, I do not need you to read any of that. No, no, no. Not for this project. I only need you to look at, can I help nature help us? And how can I reduce my carbon footprint? This is the biggie. So I'm going to read so you have a verbal reading of this article. Can I help nature to help us? Yes. We can all take notice of our environment. We can learn how our planet works. We can learn how to live on it without making a mess of it. We can help to keep it magnificent for ourselves, our children and grandchildren, and other living things besides us. Trees, deer, beavers, dogs, mountain lions, etc., so on and so forth. All the animals and other living things around us. Some of the ways you can help may have to wait until you are a little older, like choosing an energy-efficient car like a Tesla, installing solar panels on the roof of your house, or choosing a green career. But there are many important ways you can help right now. You can help by growing your own vegetables and fruits. You can help by planting a tree. Your new plants and trees will help to remove the greenhouse gas CO2 from the air. If you grow some of your own food, you can also help prevent more CO2 from entering the air from the fossil fuel burning trucks, planes, and ships that transport your food to you from far away. Now, the last couple days you learned why trees are important and why deforestation is bad. Trees help take away the excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Trees take up that carbon dioxide. By doing that, we limit the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which limits or helps prevent global warming. Okay. How can I reduce my carbon footprint? Your carbon footprint is the amount of carbon dioxide released into the air because of your own energy needs. You need transportation, electricity, food, clothing, and other goods. Your choices make a difference. They really do, guys. If every 7th grader in America watched their carbon footprint, we could help continue to prevent global warming or to help limit global warming. One thing that you can do, swap old incandescent light bulbs for the new compact fluorescent lights, CFLs. They use only 25% as much electricity to give the same light. They last 10 times longer. That makes sense though, right guys? If I use less power, I can last longer. So it would save you money too. Turn off lights, TVs, computers when you do not need them. Unplug. Any electronic gadget you can turn off with a remote, TV, DVD player, Nintendo, Xbox, uses power even when it is off. Appliances with a digital clock like a coffee maker or a power adapter like a laptop computer also suck power like a sneaky vampire. Plug these kinds of things into a surge protector or power strip that has an on or off switch. Then you can shut off all power without unplugging each gadget. There are even power strips that glow to show you how much power is going through them. And power strips you can control from your computer or iPhone. You don't need to buy a power strip that you can control with your iPhone. Just have a power strip and shut the whole power strip off if you don't need the things connected to that power strip. Turn off the thermostat on the air conditioning when it's hot. Use fans if you're still hot. They use much less power. So this is one thing I would not recommend you talk about. You being middle schoolers, I'm sure mom and dad don't want you touching the thermostat. So maybe don't talk about this one because it's not what you can do. Notice how I didn't say in mine, shut off electronic devices. I said unplug my Xbox because I have an Xbox. It's personal to me. I need this project to be personal to you. How can you limit your carbon footprint? Don't be vague. Be specific. Turn down the thermostat on the heating when it's cold. Sweaters, blankets, and socks are good for you and better for the planet. Walk or ride your bike instead of taking a car everywhere. Even a 2-mile car trip puts 2 pounds of CO2 into the atmosphere. If you must ride, carpool. So if you must go for a ride, have a couple people with you in the car at the same time. Stay out of the drive-thru. When you go to a fast food place, ask your driver to park the car and let you walk inside, rather than sitting in a line of cars with the engine running and polluting. When the car is still running, you're burning carbon dioxide, which is releasing that into the atmosphere. If you turn the car off, you're not burning it for that point in time. That's why they're talking about staying out of the drive-thru. Okay. If you want to go back through this video and let this talk while you read, that's fine, but that's going to cut it for this part of the video. So what I just want to remind you is you need to do a 3-slide project like mine, and it's going to be due next Tuesday, May 5th by 11:59 p.m. on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will be by my computer during the school day. I hope you have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.